Yo, what's going on, Exiles? I will first show you Xesht skill and then explain this build. This is a Thor Earthquake Titan from my last league and the second league, a bit modified because there are some changes and whatnot. So I'll have chapters down below on the video to talk about the important things, how this build works and operates. So first thing, we are stacking reduced skill effect duration. It is with Titan because we have Hulking Form, which increases effect of small passive skills, and those small passive skills are right here. 12% reduced skill effect duration, 12% on top of 16. And yes, we path all the way up top in here. And yes, it is much needed. It's not worth to only annoying this and skip all this. There is a reason we path here as well, but enter a cluster here. So this is how we reduce duration. We also have the compressed duration here on time of need. You can see my character glowing every 44 seconds right now. I'm getting healed 1000 every half a second with also dispelling curses and elemental ailments. So temporal chains, enfeeble, elemental weakness, chill, shock, ignite, all the stuff is just, you're just immune to that because this is just crazy. This right here, time of need, is the most broken thing about this build, in my opinion. So stacking all the skills to or plus of time of need or all skills is amazing. I do have this Prism of Belief. Now I bought this bad boy for about 1 divine, I believe. It was very cheap. Then all of a sudden China seems to buy all these Prism of Belief and relisting them for hundreds of divines. It's pretty crazy. Same story here. I use Earthquake plus 3 skills. It does help a lot, but you do not need it. I play without it, so you don't need it. This one is also getting more expensive. I bought it for 3 divines, but if you do plus 3 time of need, you can see the heal increases to almost 1300, and the blessing here seems to be like almost hard cap. It doesn't really decrease that much with 3 skills on top of that, so it's not really worth. But the heal is very nice. But yeah, I just like to get earthquake damage much better. So we also reduce the duration through this Scepter. This build is not beginner friendly. There are pretty expensive items such as this one. This one is only obtainable from corrupting the unique shrine effects scepters, and this one rolls between increased skill effect duration or reduced. I got the reduced one. This one cost me about 170 divines, so this one is expensive, but you don't need to get this one. You don't need to play this one. You can just use the one that gives you permanent Tempest Shrine or the Fire Shrine, whatever you want. I played with it as well. It will only mean that your Earthquake will not detonate as fast, but that's fixable because you can just slap on compressed duration on your Earthquake. Right now with this Scepter, I am at 0.3 seconds duration, or I mean explosion on the Earthquake. With compressed duration, I'll be going down to 0.2 seconds, which is not needed for one support gem, which could be full damage, right? So I just do it like this. But if you don't have this Scepter, you have the Shrine Tempest one, just go with compressed duration, and you'll be totally fine. But this is how our Earthquake looks. It is pretty crazy. I'll lower the sound. We do have Ancestral Empowerment as well, which is absolutely crazy. There is insane interaction on Titan. So every second attack, your skill will be ancestrally boosted, which means it's 30% multiplicative damage and 25% increased AoE effect. There is a support gem called Fist of War. This one will double the effect every 14 seconds, but with Titan, this double effect does work on every second attack, which is absolutely crazy. You might not see as much of a difference in AoE because they nerfed the scaling on Earthquake with AoE, so that's a bit harder, but stuff like Forge Hammer is very noticeable. We use it here as well, but I use it here for the damage. And I'll just show you a little map action here as well. This was a fully juiced map with 36% Delirious. I couldn't find a better layout. I sadly went into Overgrown because I thought it's a big map, but it's not. It's a small one. It's a small one. You will also see the maples here. I will also show you, I'm running double curse. I'll show you, oh my god, man. This Blasphemy with double curse is so crazy in terms of defense. Like the monsters here have 51% temporal chains on them. They are slowed by 51%. And on top of that, their damage is reduced by how much? Almost 30% from enfeeble, or almost 40%. I cannot see right now, but the damage is reduced as well. We also get Wither effect on them, I believe. We have flat cold damage on the rings, so we do have chill on them, which is enter slow. Now you can see me here eating up like 4 explosions, and I still survived in a juice map. I'll talk about it in a second as well. what I really recommend, there are two choices on the body piece. I run pure armor base with reduced damage from crit hits. That is very important. I noticed a big difference in survivability with the reduced crit damage from monsters. It's really great mod on the armor, on the body piece, if you can get it. But here we're also using Lightning Warp and the Ball of Lightning combo for mapping in Mjolnir. And with Sion's Temper, it's a new lineage support gem, which makes your projectiles go around you as a wild shard. And we proc that very often. The more damage you do, the faster you are, the more you will proc these skills. For bosses though, I do swap. I do not run the warp. I just drop that and I play arc. Because the problem with this is the visual clarity, the visual clarity on the screen on bosses is bonkers. And that will result, already did on a stream, I did get killed many times because I simply didn't see the boss, right? It was basically just in there somewhere in the middle attacking, and some of the bosses have slams that just one tap you, right? We have all seen the difficulty increase in bosses since the patch drop. They almost one-shot you if you get hit. So, with the slam special attack, but you just cannot see with this clarity. So I dropped this, I dropped the warp. Warp isn't triggered, although it does pretty nice damage, and I just use arc with it. So I use the ball lightning and arc with bosses, and mostly bosses spawn near the near a wall, which means arc will bounce from the terrain, I believe, from what I've noticed, even on the Xesht, and it's very helpful. I just realized I skipped Abyssal Depths. I didn't go to this map later. Yikes. We also tried to stack Rage. Rage is such a big factor on Titan for any melee build. Like, you get so much damage, especially with Berserk. I will also show you in a second or later on with the chapter on Berserk. It's just ridiculous aura, man. They did remove the life leech on it, which is a bit sad. Good for sustain, but as you could see, Time of Need here is not needed. Now, I do have Headhunter on mapping, but there are two other options you can go with. You can go with Ingenuity, which is very cheap. I played with it as well. And I also unclicked all the buffs for both Xesht at the beginning of the video. You can take a look, roll it back if you want to. So people don't call it unfair, because I would get it. I don't like to showcase. I don't like to showcase with builds with Shrine effects and with Headhunter on bosses. On mapping, this like whatever. Also, Headhunter drops in price, I believe. But yeah, I also unclicked Headhunter on the Xesht and the map boss here as well. But a bit shame that this is not open map. This one in Step map, for example, or Savannah is wild. If you proc Breach in open space, oh my days, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. This is some Breach action. What we got going, explosions as well. If you don't like to be teleported around randomly with Warp, you can totally drop that and don't play it. You can just run Arc. And honestly, Arc looks better because you look like a real Thor. Sending down a lightning bolts from the sky because of Herald of Thunder, and then Arc around you with Sion's Temper. Nice. Nice. With Stormboxes or bosses, I throw down the Poor Jammer. So here we have weapon set 2 with a critical base 200 mace. Ideally Tauhoen, because it ignores physical damage on the targets. And we are stacking as much crit chance and crit damage as possible. Right now, I have about 39% crit chance on Forgemmer. And that means the fissures spawning or detonating with Infernal Cry on this build, the fissures will crit if you keep hitting Earthquake on top of them. It's insane. Shout out to my boy Roy Isai. He's playing the Earthquake build since this league. My build from last league, he's playing it in this league. So that's what he came up with. So crit on the weapons at 2 with the mace, with fissures. That's crazy damage. Crazy. On a full Deli Boss as well. I tried to run it in map as well, in a group, excuse me. It was pretty good too. So here I unclicked Headhunter twice actually because I cleared some more rares here. We fast forward a little bit. Here I was showcasing, dude, this map was so juice and I got no loot at all. Couple X and few kills. Never lucky baby rage. So here I swapped the Warp for Arc. This boss here, this little spin here action. So totems on top of it to proc the fissures, to even more proc the Mjolnir, and just keep slamming with Earthquake. That's all you do, bro. That's all you do. Boom, there it is. You could notice the debuffs if you can roll it back on the boss is ridiculous. He's very hindered, if you will, with both damage and speed. So I will take you into the game and I will talk about the curses. What is the most broken and crazy thing? If you're on Blasphemy, we path around a Whispers of Doom, so we can run 2 curses. because by default, it's only one curse. So we run Temporal Chains in Blasphemy, which reduces the skill speed, action speed, whatever on the monsters, and then also Enfeeble, which reduces the damage from the monsters as well. Now, I do run Quality from the chest piece, 3 sockets, which is 6%, and it applies to Quality on all skills, even with the curses here, and it also applies to Mjolnir here. This Quality on innate implicits on weapons is almost impossible to get quality for, except the runes here, or the passive on the screen, on the tree, the Cunning Fogs here. Only these apply globally to everything. So you can see here the quality, extra energy gain. Nothing too important, honestly. It brings from 66 to 70%. Nothing too important. If you hold Alt, this tells me that even a 1% extra quality here will give you this damage increase. So I take it. I think I noticed a big difference in damage proccing skills when I got this quality on the chest piece. Without this quality, I didn't really notice too much damage, doing it too much damage. Could be Copium though, because this increased damage is still here. Even if I remove the quality, the damage increase is still here. If I don't hold Alt, so I don't know. I have no clue. Not sure. And the main thing here is Megalomaniac. What you want to search for is Megalomaniac with zone control. This will increase the both AoE, very high AoE, and also curse magnitude, and the enemies cursed are hindered. That reduces the speed by 15%. Not 30 as default, but 15%. So they have double slow. If you have flat cold, that's applying chill. That's enter slow. So 3 triple slow on the enemies on top of Enfeeble. You're just safe. You are literally just safe. Unless it's not even... Dude, we cannot even die to corpse explosions because this Gloom Shrine will explode corpses, dealing chaos damage equal to their life. So it's literally like Freeze from Herald of Ice. So yeah, we cannot even get clapped by that. And as you can see, the screens clear is back to almost the full screen, baby. Even with the triple nerf on the AoE they have done to this skill in this league. So have no fear, boys. I know I've heard someone say that Earthquake is dead after the nerf to AoE. It's not. It's not. It's still here. So that's one of the layers for the defense. And anyway, support gems. So in the Mjolnir, what I like to run for single target is Ball Lightning. This doesn't really do much itself, but I did try to run double arc, and someone said it in one of my videos for the Mjolnir Bone Shatter, which I have in the right upper corner with dual wield Mjolnir on Titan. Someone said if there is too many projectiles, they just simply don't spawn. So I ran double arc, and I noticed not as much damage done as with this combo. So far, I just figured this is probably the best. What could be even better, most likely, is to just run this in bosses. I should have ran this. I think this is probably the best. Elemental weakness with arc. Now, don't care about mana, because as you can see, supported skills cost nothing. Free. Nothing. Nada. Zero. Don't even need efficiency here. Nothing. Also, we get Sion's Temper. This will make it so the projectiles go around you like a star. And then boundless energy to gain energy. I played without it, and we proc so much of these skills. So we gain so much energy to proc these skills with this build. It's actually insane. So this is probably the best combo for single target. For mapping, you want to get Ball Lightning and Warp. If you don't want to bother for bosses like me, like what you just saw in the map video, you can just swap this with Warp and boom. If you have enough damage to kill bosses in non-juiced maps without Delirious, you're more than fine to just delete bosses in a heavy stun. I almost did it. I basically did it as well in this juiced map, so you could probably stick with Warp because this does some nice damage with Ball Lightning. But yeah, how we also use 0 or infinite mana. As you can see, if I run to 0 mana, I can still use Earthquake. I have to explain this in every video. And I have also a separate video for that. It is about constricting command and surrounded mechanic. You need this number to be 5 to have permanent bonuses from the passives on the tree, which is attack speed. It is extra damage 100% because of Titan. Because of this jewel, it's 122. And then also movement speed and dodge roll distance, which is crazy on Titan because of, with this jewel, because we have more distance here. And then, yeah, so that's because of this headpiece and the support gem Defy in Earthquake. This will make it so insufficient mana does not prevent the use of supported skills while surrounded. And your attack damage with hits is lucky, which means the damage you do is rolled twice and the highest one is picked. So this on average is very good damage increase, especially to like lightning. because that one has the biggest span, biggest range on the damage. We have Chaos and Physical the most. The range isn't as high, but it still helps. So that's how we use the skills with 0 cost. Now, for the aura, in any of the scepters you have, all of these cost a lot of sparing, but they cost nothing. They still give you bonuses, but they cost nothing. I don't know, man. I thought this was a bug. Sounds like a bug, but it has been in the game since first league, and this is just crazy. So cannibalism, extra life for kill, extra sustain, you don't need it. Extra recovery from flasks, I don't need it. We have this flask right here, since we have time of need, which is a permanent flask, right? I kind of like recoup. Recoup, I'm a big fan of this line. 30% damage recoup as life. It's a good stuff. You can also pair it with these 2 points, boom and boom, for fist damage recoup. It's very good for sustain if you want that. We get accuracy, not needed. We get vitality, regen, not needed, but why not? You can literally slot anything here you want. For the earthquake, Fist of War, again, already explained, this ancestral boost does affect our every second skill, every second slam, not 14 seconds because of our Ascendancy on the Titan here. Next up, we got the Ul Netol's Embrace. This will give us more chaos damage, which is totally perfect because we have chaos damage gain extra on the Scepter. And this is our armor break source. You break armor equal to chaos damage. Defy, explained, close combat, or I ran this through POB. By the way, speaking of that, we have full path of building right here. I ran the support gems in skills here, and close combat came out on top out of all like heft or fire attunement, stuff like that, elemental armament. So you can take a look through the tree items as well. Fun little note, weapon set 2 is the crit mace. You can see the DPS goes to 1.2 million with aftershocks and earthquake. But it is long detonation. It's too long, so yeah. Because we have 500% crit damage on this bad boy and 38% crit chance. Very good. Crazy. I will try to work on more crit chance. And this also goes to Mobalytics full written guide for you guys. And if you could hit this little favorite button, I would greatly appreciate it. It would help me a lot. So path of building code on the right side here. Just put it in there. Pros, cons, setups, gear, what to look for. Jewels, what to look for. Skills as well. Tree. Atlas tree for just pure Jewish currency, and then rotation here. So that will be in the description as well. Back to the game, we got the support gems. So Breakbolt's Ferocity, we are running weapons at 1. This means we have increased attack speed, multiplicative 20%, but less damage, which does not matter. If you don't deal enough damage or a lot of damage, you can drop this one and go with rapid attacks level 2, which is just multiplicative attack speed. Without the reduction to 2 damage. Or Jammer, this is to set to weapons at 2. Again, for the crit chance, this is the weapon. It's wild. Physical percentage, flat physical, extra physical. I'm surprised more people haven't caught up on this gain extra essence. It's so strong. And then crit chance is very important. Try to get T1 plus skills and then stun build up. I mean, this but the best one. This one was 7 divines, by the way. I bought it for 3 divines. Then I crafted it and I crafted it because it had like it missed 2 suffixes, attacks, and the gain extra. So it was overall 7 div. I was lucky on the corruption. But for Jammer, Fist of War, same as the Earthquake. Rakiata Flow literally doubles the damage here because fissures are pure fire. Fissures should be pure fire. This is, excuse me. This is 80%. No, this is physical damage converted to fire. Well, I'm just lost. This should be pure fire. But Rakiata basically doubles. I run it again in POB. It doubles the damage on fissures. It's wild. Very strong. Defy again, so we can use it with 0 mana. We got Overextend. This is the big crit damage. 500%. It goes wild. It goes really crazy. 517. If I drop this goes to 400%. Crazy. Close combat, again, multiplicative attack damage. Attack damage goes to lightning, cold, fire, and physical. So all elements. Next up, Infernal Cry. We just proc this detonate to detonate fissures from 4-Jammer. So we get life tap, so we can use it with 0 mana. Cooldown recovery and Rage 4 Cry to bypass cooldown. You don't need this. This doesn't do anything. Raging Cry to gain the rage stacks, which we don't really need because Earthquake hits twice, so we get double rage generation. Right now I'm at 2, so 1 Earthquake is 4 rage. And last one here, efficiency for less cost. so it's 263 life. Shockwave totems, this will further proc our fissures, and this also counts or generates passively energy for Mjolnir. It's broken, very strong. So Font of Rage, another source for rage, rapid attack, so it attacks faster, and more duration. And this is also set to weapon set 2, because weapon set 1 is all about reduced skill effect duration. We do not want that. Next up, overabundance, so we have double totems. Even though it is reduced skill effect duration, it does double totems. And this also I also have urgent totems. So these have faster speed, placement speed, and they have also more attack speed. I am kind of missing Defy, because I would like to use them without mana. But you always have mana before boss spawns. You just press Mana Flask, that's it. Now, for the auras, if you don't have Spirit Corrupted Headpiece like I do, you will drop Overwhelming Presence. This one will reduce target's stun threshold and elemental ailment threshold. You do not need this. You do not need this. So Blasphemy, already explained. We got Enfeeble to reduce damage on the targets. Temporal Chains to slow them. AoE Magnified Area. Heightened Curse to have more effect magnitude of the auras. And Rituals the Curse for even more AoE. So we literally covered the whole screen with this. This would be great for Simulacrum. I'm still missing last level of Simulacrum, so I'm gonna take this for a ride there, for sure. Herald of Thunder for more AoE, so we got AoE area increase, Elemental Armament, we got Freeze, and Emitter. I don't even know why I have these. These are not needed. I was testing something. You do not need these. So we can go with Lightning Attunement, you can go with the Lightning Penetration, I'll put them here probably, or Lightning Mastery for +1. But this does so much damage that you probably don't even need any of this. And Deadly Herald, again, this is not needed. This costs extra spirit, so you do not need it, but I just put it in there. Since we have free Spirit D support gems. Time of Need, this is compressed duration for less duration. And if you can afford this Omen for +3 skills, get this Uthred's Omen that says you need only 1 support gem to get +3 skills. So you can get this as well. Now, last one, Berserk. Let's talk about Berserk and Rage. So we go with Exodus. No support gems in here. Means we can get +3 to the skill itself. So we have +3 from support. And then you can get +1 from corruption or extra quality. Both do the same. So we have the level 23 Berserk. We have extra quality from corruption and then from the nodes here. So my rage effect, which is multiplicative damage. 1% for each stack. I have 48 stacks. That's 48% multiplicative damage by default. But this is increased by exactly 76% effect. That's just for damage increase. That is just insane, bros. That's just insane. My tooltip of the aftershocks on earthquakes is 100,000 here, but this goes to 250,000 with full rage stacks. Or like 200,000. Literally doubles the damage. It's nuts, man. It's really crazy. So with this, we go this bad boy. Battle Trance, which is just max rage, but it's +8 by default, but we get the extra notables here effect right here in the radius. So this goes to +9. And then we also have the this bad boy, Hulking Form. I don't think it increases. Is this +2 by default? I'm not sure even actually. But yeah, we have extra here, so just crazy. If I was to get the extra effect from small passives, probably would be better as well, or would be good. You can also put points here for stun threshold to be literally immune to stun. And this would also increase our AoE, both curses and earthquake also create damage for just 2 points. So I might put 2 points here, save somewhere. But yeah, this was the skill tree. Talk about the Ascendancy passives. Hulking Form, again, crazy stuff. A lot of people ask me where I get this extra back. It is from Ascendancy, right here. Next up, Aftershocks is a great pair as well. Aftershock means it's a free extra damage from a skill. Use an Earthquake once, it procs extra free damage. So we have also extra Aftershocks from here and here. Right now, I'm at 45% extra Aftershocks, or 47. You could probably drop Close Combat if you want to get for Aftershocks. If you want to get extra chance for double hits, it stacks really well. You could see it on the bosses. Now, Ancestral boosted, multiplicative damage and AoE every second attack. Crazy stuff. Other passive tree. So we are stacking armor as a form of defense. So sturdy metal, we got Blade Catcher, so we defend against critical hits. Up top, reduce skill duration. Now, weapon tattoo is the green line here. We want to stack as much crit chance and crit damage as possible. Again, these nodes are amplified by hulking form. Up top, we use the From Nothing around Resonance. This one was 5 exalted. Get these nodes for crit chance, crit damage, great stuff. I got 2.0 as well for extra chaos damage, 53%. And here, Spaghettification for movement speed, extra attributes, and chaos damage. Everything is so good for this build. Minus chaos res doesn't matter. We get the aura from the Scepter here, and you can get it through rank, for example, like I did. But the great damage increase, and we also are stacking attributes because of the check of all traits. This is anointed on my amulet. I hit the perfect speed spot. This is what you need to look for these numbers yourself, according to your gear, which goes for the small nodes as well. You want to have 2 of these the closest possible. Rest goes into strength for extra life. But check of all traits, big increased damage. If I was to get another one, it would increase the damage by almost like 2,500, 2,600. It's very good. So other passives, you want to search for AoE on weapon set 1. So AoE up top for Earthquake. Another one is right here. Amazing stuff. And last one is Primal Growth. Great stuff too. All these were nerfed, by the way. Weapon set 2 again, crit chance. Right here, amazing dude. Extra stun build up as well with crates. It's wild with your fissures. Another great one for AoE is Ancestral boosted attacks. Extra damage and AoE both in one. Crazy stuff. 30% here. This one will also be pretty good for extra damage, 30%, but it's not that needed. Now, talk about the jewels. Again, we get surrounded mechanics here or passive. So this is Timeless Ruby. This one is not the best. I had it for my previous build, so I just went with it. So Rage on it is good. Extra AoE. Try to focus on as much AoE as possible. So we get AoE here, and you get extra damage increase against broken armor, which we break immediately because of this bad boy and our high attack speed. Another thing to mention, by the way, you wanna have the perfect detonation and attack speed ratio. So right now my detonation is 0.3 seconds. My attack time is 0.4 seconds. So I don't need to do back and forth, left and right to keep getting aftershocks. I can literally just keep attacking, and it would always detonate before I hit again. I hit the ground again, always. So that's amazing. Try to look out for that. Another great jewel is Timeless here. Again, AoE effect. AoE for curses and crit damage. You again want to get effect of the notable passives, which goes for armor and armor to elemental, max rage, extra damage, attack damage, 122%. Movement speed and roll dodge. This is just so good, man. So good. And then extra stun if you want to get this bad boy. And what do I have here? I have also effect of notable passives here. This is for the attack speed. It goes from 20% to 24. So this is very good. So that's like extra little note here. Very good. Another jewel, what I got is the Heart of the Well here. I am looking for any extra damage. Chaos will be the best because we have more chaos on the build. But I don't have that. Crit chance. Skill speed would be better because skill speed applies to your totems, I believe, but mainly Warcry, so it'd be faster detonation. And then also rolls higher. Rolls double of attack speed, up to 6%. I don't know why. And then increase armor from body armor. Also very good for survivability. This heavy armor is also good because we are running strength-based boots and gloves, even though not headpiece. Extra elemental here. This is very important to survive. This actually does a lot. So we are only missing cold here, but we are at 86%. Armor is not the highest, but as you could see, I could easily survive. If I needed more armor, I would target iron runes, which again get amplified by this passive and other passives. And right up top, again, we go for double curse, we go for reduced duration, and we go for the extra crit chance for our weapon tattoo at the cost of reduced skill crit damage, which is totally fine. Other jewel what I have is also +3 earthquake. You don't need this. This might rise in price because of this video. I'm sorry, boys. I'm sorry. I wish I could affect that, but I cannot. For lower price, I mean. But you can run anything for AoE increase. You can run Ruby for armor increase, rage effect, more damage. More damage, probably the best. Rotation. So you want to drop your 4-gemmer into double totem, into Warcry, and then you just keep slamming your earthquake on top of it. And the totems will proc fissures, your earthquake will proc fissures, everything will crit, everything will generate a lot of energy for Thunder God Breath. It's real good. Really strong. really strong. For the gear, chest piece, armor increase, spirit, and then the reduced damage from crits is so good. Elemental, armor to elemental, and some resistances. I recommend this base because of this bad boy. Jewels, I mean sockets, again, you can go quality, you can go rarity, you can go armor increase, up to you. Constricting command, either double socket or extra spirit. Again, if you don't have spirit, you can just drop the presence here. Ascendancy to have better, to meet the requirements easier. For Mjolnir, for example, like strength and intelligence. Try to get level 19, but level 18 will be fine. Try to get double socket. Extra chaos damage again from the runes is very good. Anything extra damage is so good. So you want to look for, obviously, attack speed increase, physical damage increase, and +4 to skills. This one cost me 12 divines. It was a week ago, though. And then I was lucky with corruption. Scepter, ideally this one. If you don't have it, go with the Tempest Shrine for extra lightning damage, since we do lightning damage, no problem. Boots, movement speed, resistances, pure armor, gloves, melee skills, increase effect sockets, flat damage. Attack speed instead of chaos will be the best, but I do not have those, so we could be even faster. But again, be careful with the ratio to detonation and attack speed. Next up, we got the flat damage on rings here with rarity, or you can go with life, whatever you want, or extra damage, like chaos percentage will be very good. Resistances on both again. And the weapon set 2, this 200 is crit chance, stack with physical damage, and attacks plus. That's pretty much it. And I have to wrap things up, boys. It's over 30 minutes. I did not want that, but there is so much to talk about. Well, for those of you who made it all the way here, thank you very much, guys, for the support. I appreciate every single one of you. I also stream every day. If you haven't heard or know about it, I stream every day on Twitch, Kick, and here on YouTube. If you guys want to stop by, I would greatly appreciate it. I would love to see you. Let's talk about some stuff. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. You will find the planner once again and the path of building in my stream. And until next time, you guys have a great one, and peace.